Check ccgcastle.com and get 5% discount on your first purchase with TCG Center 5 code. You can also trade your Pokemon bulk for a new Sun.
How's it going, YouTube? Once again, welcome back to Pokemon TCG Center. In today's video, we'll be looking at the deck in the standard format. In today's video, I'm gonna play with the cool budget deck that you can see actually right now in front of you. So it's a Slowbro with the Amnesia and Facade. So the 1 energy stage 1 Slowbro with 110 HP. Yeah, I mean, very interesting card. With any type of the energy, you can choose one of your opponent's attacks, one of your opponent active Pokemon's attacks, and that Pokemon can't use that attack during his or her next turn. Of course, with the help of the Pokemon Ranger, he can do that. That's for sure. But anyways, Amnesia is a pretty cool one. For example, if you play against Darkrai, Giratina, you can block Chaos Wheel, you can block your opponent Dark Pulse. So he's not going to have too much options to use. And on the other side, you can use Facade for like 130 if the Slowbro is poisoned. With Kukui, you can go for like 150. And with the Choice Band, theoretically, attacking EX or GX, you're capable to go for 180, which is a lot of damage counters. On the other side, with the help of evolutions, you can also add extra weakness type, so theoretically you can go for 1-hit knockout against 4 different weakness types. 18 Pokemon, 35 training cards, 7 energies, 2 EVs with the energy evolutions, and in addition to that running 1 of each Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon. 2 line of the Ariados with the Poisonous Nest, of course, we need to have, so we can use the Facade, 4 3 line of the Slowbro, and 1 line of the Octillery for Abyssal Hand. From the extra item cards, I'm running 1 Field Blower, so I can discard any two tool cards or Stadium from play. 4 copies of Level Ball with 3 copies of Timer Ball. Pretty much switch your deck for a basic Pokemon, flip a coin for the Evolution Pokemon, and that's it. 1 of each Special Charge and Super Road to recycle back energies and Pokemons from my disco pile back to the deck. 3 Trainers Mail, 4 V Seekers, and of course, the Stadium Decision is a Silent Lab, in my opinion, the best stadium for this type of the deck, because it's a little bit disruptive. It can prevent your opponent from being able to set up, especially with the Shamans, Hoopas, or Angurus, and with the Tapu Lelas. So I kind of like the Silent Lab in this build a lot. Supporter line, 1 copy of Hexmaniac, 1 copy of Lysander, you know. In addition to that, also running 1 Professor's Kukui and 1 Teammates, because Teammates is a very good card for a deck like this. 8 Drop Supporters, 4 Ends and 4 Sycamores, because we don't have powerful Drop Support cards like a Shamans and like Tapu Lelas. We really don't want to have them because this is an Ani-X budget build, so yeah, don't try to play it with the Shamans. And Tapu Lelas, I mean, you can do that, it's going to be a little bit better and faster, but if you decide to do that, there's going to be a problem called 2 prize exchange for only 1, and maybe even 2 for 2, but if you're going to trade 2 prize cards with your opponent, probably you're not going to have a good time winning the game, especially because you need to have 3 energies to use that Facade. XP shares makes a lot of sense, but with the advantage of the Field Blower around, XP share is not that good as it was before Field Blower, in my opinion. So running 2 copies of Choice Band and 2 Flowstones for the free retreat, and 7 energies, 4 of them double cores, and 3 of them just the regular Psychic energies, so you can power up that Slowbro for the Facade. If you're looking for any of these cards, make sure to check ccgcastle.com. You can find the link in my video description. Also, you can trade your bulk for the Guardian Raising Booster Box, which is available worldwide. You can also check the video description, where you can find all informations you need to know. So let's do some game tests so you can actually see this deck in action. So see you in the game. Alright, so let's do this. In today's video, as you can see, I'm gonna play with the very interesting deck, which is gonna be Slowbro with the Amnesia, and looks like I'm gonna play versus Seeking. So 2 interesting roach decks, budget decks in a format. Let's see who's gonna be the winner. I think I actually have much greater chances to win, simply because I can attack with my Amnesia, and in that way I can simply easily prevent my opponent from attacking me, because I can just simply ban one of his attacks. And that's just amazing. For now, I'm just gonna play Kukui, and that's just gonna be it. Will pass my turn. Since I don't have another Arietos in my deck, and since I don't know when I'm just gonna find the opportunity to retreat him, to get my Arietos, of course, in play with the Super Road, I decided just to play my Kukui, drop 2 cards, and end my turn. Then I'm just gonna evolve into my Arietos, of course, and Sycamore for 7. I can always retreat my Remoraid either way, paying 1 energy retreat cost, or on the other side, just finding that Floatstone will also be what I need. So, there is level ball for Jinx, and of course with the Jinx, he can heal the damage counters from the Seeking, which is very important, of course, to be able to attack for extra damage, and he decided actually goes with the N here, and I'm kind of happy with that. So there is a double Cores Energy, Arietos and Slowbro, which means I can definitely go with my Facade for the knockout so far. Water Energy, alright. And Reckless Charge for 20. So that's just it. The top deck is gonna be the Silent Lab, of course that's gonna be the Slowbro and Arietos, and I also have double Cores Energy and Timer Ball. So if I can hit 1 heads on the coin flip, I can easily get myself Artillery, put it onto the Remoraid, so I can have that extra card draw with the Abyssal Hand. There we go. So that's gonna be Abyssal Hand and a Level Ball. Yeah, definitely going for another Slowpoke here, no doubt about that. What I'm also gonna do here is I'm gonna play my Field Blower, get rid of my opponent Floatstone, place the double Cores Energy, place the Trainer's Mail, grab 1 more basic Pokemon with the Level Ball. But first I'm gonna retreat. Alright, so Level Ball will be for 1 more Slowpoke. Yeah, we really need those Slowpokes in play as much as we can have them. And then I'm just gonna Sycamore for 7. There's a Choice Band, which of course I'm gonna attach. Time for another Spinarch, you know, just in case of some kind of surprise from my opponent's side. And that's the knockout. So in this matchup I'm not gonna need my evolutions, that's for sure, because I can just strike Seeking for the knockout with the single shot with my Facade. There's just a golden, second golden for my opponent in play, and that's gonna be the Slowking. So the good thing for my opponent is, with the advantage of the Slowking, he can flip once per turn coin, and if he can get lucky and get heads, he can move 1 energy from one of my Pokemons and play to the other one. And that's 1 Enhanced Hammer, and there's also Royal Flash. So probably energy will goes down to our Arietos or Artillery, any of these 2 Pokemons. Alright, so I have 2 more Slowbros. And I also have 2 double Chorus Energies. So yeah, definitely going to use my Poisonous Nest here. Even I don't need to do that, to be honest. Even if I don't need to do that, I'm just gonna use it. Use the advantage of my Abyssal Hand for 1. Then I'm just gonna play my Hex Maniac. And with Amnesia, I'm gonna strike my opponent Golden for 20. And next turn he can't use his attack, which means he's taking some damage counters from the poison, and as long as I have a Hex Maniac under the in play, he can't use advantage of Royal Flash, which means he can't move my double Cores Energy from my Slowbro to the another Pokemon. But what he can do is he can find maybe another Crushing or Enhanced Hammer and get rid of them. And of course, even versed with the energy card, he can simply heal all damage counters from the Golden and strike me for like a 90. And even versed after that, I'm probably gonna be knocked out. So, man, it wasn't the best decision to go with my Arietos, of course, with the Poisonous Nest here. But still, I'm just gonna be perfectly fine. So that's the heal what I was talking about. And there's a Bursting Balloon. So it looks like he didn't find Seeking. So no Seeking, no party. Yeah, but the problem for me definitely is that even if I can go for 20, it's still not enough for the knockout. So I'm just gonna try to waste my timer ball here and maybe get lucky with that abyssal hand, finding maybe psionic energy for the knockout here. So far looks like that's not gonna happen. But I have opportunity to play my Lysander, and so far I don't see a reason why I wouldn't do that. Maybe down to his Slow King. Yeah, we can also use the Poisonous Nest, why not? Extra 10. Definitely worth. Double Core's Energy to be attached, and Amnesia for 20, which means he can't use his Psy-Up, of course. Alright, there we go. So there's Escape Rope. Interesting decision. I think I'm gonna trade my artillery here, just in case if he can't knock him out, I can still get lucky maybe surviving with my artillery. But on the other side, even if he knocks out my artillery, I can always recycle it back with that Psychic Energy and the Super Road back into my deck, which is going to be important thing. And of course, there's a Seeking that I was talking about. As you can see, Soaking Horn, 10 plus, 80 more if this Pokemon was healed. And of course, it's going to be healed with the Rough Seas, there is no doubt about it, which means my artillery is going to be knocked out anyways. I could also do that with my Spinner, promoting my Spinner, for example, in the active spot, but so far it's just perfectly fine. As I mentioned it, I would rather have my Spinner for the Ariados, so I can just have one hit knock with my Facade, of course, instead of just losing that artillery. Alright, so Soaking Horn for 90. Time to promote my Slowbro. And that's gonna be after that Sycamore for 7. The top deck for me is a Psychic Energy, which is a perfect top deck. So Sycamore for 7. Will there be maybe a Super Road? No, I don't see the sign of the Super Road. However, I see the Special Charge. But to be honest, it's still not worth to play it. So that's just gonna be a Poisonous Nest. And of course, since I'm poisoned and both players are actually poisoned, I'm gonna strike with my Facade for 130. That's enough for the knockout. There we go. I'm taking one prize here, which is Ariados. And right now my opponent actually have a tons of problems, because if he can't find Rainbow Energy or some way to deal some damage counters to his Golden, there's no way that he can actually use the advantage of that Soaking Horn for the knockout against my Slowbro. So all he really needs here is just a single Rainbow Energy, of course, but I still didn't see a single Rainbow Energy played from my opponent. I just saw two Water regular energies. That's interesting, but at least there's a Teammates, which will allow him to search his deck for any two cards and put them into his hand. So I think that one of those two cards are going to be definitely Rainbow Energy, and there we go, it is. So yeah, we're going to trade knockout per knockout. And so far, he is in a tiny advantage, but not in that huge advantage, of course. It's definitely an advantage. Right now, my Slowbro is going to be knocked out, and there's even Enhanced Hammer. That's even worse. That's even worse. That second Enhanced Hammer actually tiny, really tiny my opportunities here to maybe win this game. However, yeah, it's really tricky right now. Really, it is. However, I have Ariados. I'm just gonna play my Eevee here because I'm gonna need it. What I'm also gonna need here is gonna be one energy card. I can always play my Lysander, which I'm probably gonna do here, down to his Slowking, so I can actually buy some time here, because he's very low on the resources in his hand. So let's just play the Lysander down to the Slowking. Worst possible scenario, he's not gonna be able to retreat. I'm not gonna use my Slowbro and my Ariado's Poisonous Nest so far. Not gonna do that again. However, next turn I will have my Vaporeon in play, which means that I can also heal 3 damage counters from one of my evolution Pokemons in play, which means I can heal from all of my Pokemon's 3 damage counters without too many problems. So, I forced my opponent to go with the Sycamore, and the good thing is that he just discarded another Crushing Hammer, which is very important. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna have good time with this deck against hammers, and there's a switch. Yeah, the best thing he can do is maybe strike for like a 40, but that will definitely leads me to maybe possibility somehow to maybe... No, I can't get knockout. I can strike max for 40. Anyways, there's Vaporeon. And I'm gonna use my Rough Seas. So my opponent is still not in the position to strike for the knockout, so I just need to count. Yeah, never mind, let's just go with the N, and let's hope to find one energy of any type. It can be even double CORSAIR energy, of course. So I'm also gonna use my Trainer's Mail right now here, which is gonna be for a Level Ball. Yeah, it's gonna be for Level Ball. I need one more Slowpoke. I'm not sure if I have it. Just the Eevee. That's not good. Alright, it's just fine. Everything is under control. I can use my Amnesia. And I'm definitely thinking about using my Amnesia and preventing my opponent from being able to use his Soaking Horn. So the best thing he can do is like strike for the 40, deal 10 damage to himself. And yeah, I'm gonna use again my Amnesia, and I'm gonna use again my Amnesia. The only thing my opponent can do here, maybe attach Rainbow Energy Retreat, but still not gonna be enough for the knockout. So yeah, he can heal the damage, he can strike for 40, deal 10 to himself, which definitely gonna happen. Then I can again heal some damage counters from my Slowbro. There's just another double CORSAIR energy as a top deck, which is not the card I was hoping and looking for. So I need to play another N here, and that N will not brings me the energy card, which means I'm gonna use my Amnesia one more time. And this time Amnesia will again block his Soaking Horn, because that's the only thing I can do literally at this moment. And I think I did mistake playing that N, but it's okay. 4 prize versus 4 prizes. Even verse, there is 1 copy of the Assault Vest for my opponent, meaning that if I want to deck him out, I don't know if that's possible at this moment. I think it's not. Probably I can only deck him out if he decides to play something stupid like Sycamore. There's Royale Flash, which he actually totally forget to use previously turn, and I'm definitely happy with that. There's one more Skyla, which might be for any type of draft supporter. It's going to be for the Rescue Stretcher. That Rescue Stretcher kind of allows him to put one Pokemon from his discard pile into his hand, but I think he's just going to reshuffle back a couple Seekings, you know. That's more important for him, of course, and more Goldens, so he can have more resources available. However, I still didn't find what I was looking for, and mainly I was looking for that energy card so I can knock his Seeking out here. Yeah, there's a teammates. But I need to be pretty damn lucky to hit with my N again, my Psychic Energy, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to do that. However, I have that energy, I have some VA Seekers left, I have that Super Road. I definitely need Psychic Energy, and there we go, there it is. So there's an energy card, which means I can go for the knockout against my opponent Seeking here, and the question is, will he be able to power up somehow his Regice on the bench to deal enough damage counters for knockouts? So that's gonna be the Super Road. It's gonna be for 2 Psychic Energies, and let me see. It's also gonna be for 1 more Slowbro. There we go. And yeah, all I can do is just 1 hit knockout. That's all. That's exactly 9 damage counters That's exactly how many damage counters I need. So right now it's a big time. If my opponent have water energy available, he can definitely goes for 70. And yeah, if that happens, I'm gonna be in big problem. However, it's a very tight match here. It's a very close game. And I must admit that I actually enjoy playing this right now. So he decided to promote another Seeking. Alright, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, I simply can't deck out my opponent because I'm not running any disruptive card that can actually help me decking out my opponent. The only thing that actually can help me right now is gonna be a miracle. A miracle called I don't have Rainbow Energy in my hand. The good thing is that he can definitely goes all night long with the Lysander. Oh no, there's a Flash Royale, which means right now I'm gonna probably lose my Psychic Energy, and that Psychic Energy will goes down to one of my Spin Arcs or Vaporeon Flareon. It really doesn't matter too much. One of these Pokemons are actually gonna get it. So yeah, he's still thinking where to put that energy card. Yeah, I mean, I have 3 prize cards, he have 4. Overall, I think I'm not gonna win the game. There's a water energy, just a regular basic water energy, and the Lysander. So yeah, luckily I have Flowstone, so suddenly everything changed dramatically. He can goes for like a 80. It's not enough for the knockout, unfortunately, which means that right now I actually have huge opportunity here, basically to knocks out my opponent Seeking, because I have double course energy available. And again, I didn't made mistake. I actually need to use my poison onto my Slowbro in order to use my Facade, so never mind. Excuse me for that. So Facade for the knockout. I'm going down to 2 prize cards, which means all I really need are 2 more prize cards. And right now, he don't have Seeking in his play. He only have 2 cards available, and the only attacker who can attack probably just getting energy card is going to be Regis. But however, if he decides to promote Regis, that might be a bad decision, because he definitely needs to go for the one-hit knockout against my Slowbro in order to win this game. And overall, I might be able to deck him out at least, because I have less prize cards left. So yeah, he definitely needs to play supporter card for draw if he don't have all available resources in his hand. But there's a Seeking, and he also have teammates available. Oh no, that's just a water energy card, and Royale Flash for a Tails. Oh, I think that's the GG. I think that's the GG, because he can just strike me for like a 40. And yeah, I mean, I have plenty of time to set up my second attacker here. But I'm even scared to attach that energy, but I don't have another chance. I definitely need to do that. And I mean, I can basically V-Seeker for the knockout against his no, I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna knock out his Seeking, and it's gonna be it. I mean, if he can find energy card, he can knock me out with the Regis, and then I just need the double course energy for the victory, of course. If he can't discard my Psychic Energy, then probably I lost the game. So it's a 50-50 chance here. He still probably have 2 more Crushing Hammers available. But as I mentioned it earlier, he only had 1 card in his hand, and if he decided to Sycamore, no, he decided to Resistance Blizzard for 70, so that's the GG. I have Sycamore available in my hand. I also have V-Seeker, but I don't have teammates. Yeah, that's the GG. Oof, that was so intense. I mean, I definitely enjoyed playing this deck because it's a pretty cool deck. And it's a very interesting deck, especially in the standard format, especially against heavy EX and GX decks. With a little bit of luck, you can also go around decks like this. low HP decks, no GX or EX decks with the hammers, but you just need to have a little bit of luck and you're gonna win this game. So yeah, I mean, I have like 2 more double cores energies, or even 3. I actually have 2 double cores energies left, plus I have Sycamore available in my hand, which will be enough. Actually, I have 1 double cores energy left because I have 1 attached to my Arietos because of my opponent attack. Ooh, right now I'm not even 100% sure if I have double chorus energy left in my deck. And yeah, I mean, I think I have 1 more double chorus energy card left. Yes, I have 1 more. I even had 1 more psychic energy, so that's gonna be the GG. That's gonna be 130, and his Regis will be knocked out. And with the last card in my deck, with the last Professor Sycamore, pulled that energy for the victory, which is just amazing, and managed to get the victory here. Yeah, I mean, 22 minutes of battle. I hope you enjoy watching this video, because it was very beautiful video to watch. Make sure to hit the thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more videos. If you already didn't, make sure to consider building this deck around, because it's pretty cool and unique. This Slowbro is a pretty badass, especially with the evolution, so yeah. Stay tuned for the more videos, subscribe till the next time, check my other videos, do whatever you want, share, like, blah blah blah. We will see you in the next time, so have a nice day till then, and goodbye.